Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Timbuktu Campaign. Last time, under the archonship of Nyakata Zabarima, we saw the completion of a major road project connecting together the eastern core territories of a republic with the Ghana region and some of the surrounding provinces, with our newer western holdings in the Jolof region, with this connection facilitating travel at speeds comparable to the speed that the hair on the top of my head is moving to the bottom of my head. So, very fast and very thoroughly indeed. Now, with this construction project being complete, I have run out of things that I can think of to spend money on because my brain is filled with thoughts of building roads in Imperator Rome and not much else, it seems. So we have a nice big bank of money that we're sitting on, but because we have had an election right before this episode started, because if you didn't notice by now, I structured these episodes to begin on the 1st of January of a 5-year period to line up with the Otacon elections. If you've not noticed by now, congratulations on pulling that one off. But jokes aside, we are here with the ascension of Gumasira Sankara, previously a character who I believe was the Otacon, if not the co-Otacon. I think this was an Otacon at some point. I don't quite recall, but it was a while ago. But I do recall because this was the protege character of Bari Sankara, the Jackdaw, because I remember commenting how this was someone with a similar low martial and high finesse. And speaking of those stats, we're coming in with 4 martial. It still is acknowledging Labadeabo Suwari. This guy is lingering around in my government in a ghostly form, but we're going to ignore him because he isn't actually the co-ruler. This is just a glitch, and I really hope when he dies, this resolves this interface glitch. It's just annoying to not be able to see all of the stats, and it does have a gameplay impact because Labadeabo is, of course, under these circumstances, happening to get the role to demand that he be given a official position, which we can't give him because the game thinks he's the co-Otacon. It is what it is. I've complained about this already. So either way, we've got the 4 martial coming from Gumasira Sankara, which is going to be providing that plus 4% manpower recovery speed and plus 4% army morale recovery. We're actually in the upper sort of areas of our manpower recovery. I don't really need a lot of manpower recovery right now. Last episode, I allowed the high martial of that Otacon to be used for manpower recovery instead of using it as a war episode. I also didn't have any clear targets at that moment. So we are looking pretty good on our manpower situation. We did have some manpower shortages in the last couple of episodes, thanks to some sort of poorly planned out wars, but we are now in fairly good shape for any sorts of shenanigans that may arise. Incidentally, Gao is looking like someone who may cause shenanigans, let's put it like that. That's the technical international relationships term right there. So this manpower is probably good to have. Now, will Gao attack me, or more likely attack my tributary Chabaria and bring me in? I don't think it's super likely, but this is very hard difficulty, so the Gao AI may just be crazy enough to do something like that. And although I am confident I would win in that war, especially if I needed to hire mercenaries, I certainly have the economy and the money to support that. And I know I'm just kind of restating the same explanation I gave a couple episodes ago, but just to be thorough, because I'm talking about it right now. This would still be a more involved war than I have had in a little while. Gao could certainly afford multiple mercenaries. Not that I necessarily think they would hire multiple mercenaries, but they probably could. And either way, it would be more involved just because of the amount of territory at stake. So it would be a big interruption to whatever I was doing if Gao started a war. So let's hope they don't do that. But if they do, I can respond to it fairly safely, which in a game like Imperator Rome, being able to respond even if it wouldn't be good is still a good place to be at when it comes to assessing your situation nationally. But getting back into it, the real prize with Gumasira is, of course, is 12 finesse, minus 12% build cost, which is why I was saving all that money, was to take full advantage of the big build cost reduction we have right now with the Oligarch Gumasira in power. That means the minus 15% build cost with the Oligarchs having the Otaconship and the plus 8% national level happiness for what that's worth. And the 12% from him is going to be compounding, additively at least, with a staggering plus 24% national commerce income. Now, this is not quite updated, and whenever you have the election, and you can actually see the updated version here is already better, whenever you have the election happen, things get a little hectic for a little bit as things recalculate. We also don't have Jackal running, which I will get to in just a moment. So either way, with Gumasira in the chair, we're going to have a very, very strong economic episode here. I'm going to focus on really trying to reinvest my fortune into infrastructure. There's a lot more slave micro I can do. Now, I may actually be running out of slaves, which is a trigger for going to war to get more slaves. This is, by the way, how ancient economies basically worked, was you acquired more slaves through war to then fund your economy, so then the greed for more of a workforce led to military engagements and conquests, so that vicious cycle is replicated in the game here in an authentic way. Now, anyways, getting back to Gumacita, we've also got 6 Charisma, which is going to be plus 1.20 claim fabrication speed. Not that big of a deal. Minus 0.06 monthly tyranny. This is fairly low compared to some of my previous Atacons, and we are at minus 0.17 tyranny per month overall. Now, we have relatively manageable tyranny at 15.05. I have been working away at it, and I've been trying to avoid tyranny causing or tyranny costing actions recently. So we're going to continue to work at this. Now, this does hurt the economy a little bit to lose that slave output, but I would rather get the civil war threshold and loyalty stuff under control. I think especially since I don't have super high stability right now, that is the priority. Also, this will help with... or what I should say is that it will also not be as necessary because I don't have any AE to lose. Having a lot of AE means having tyranny does have a silver lining. So, not a concern right now. We have 0 AE, 0 war exhaustion, and for what that's worth, 37.10 stability right now. And that is without Divine Sacrifices running. That expired last episode. We're waiting to reapply it. We need to have a bit more PI. The story of this campaign is that sentence right there. 42.50 PI to get that going, so we will begin that going as soon as we can here. Now, I can't show the Zeal effects because of the interface being messed up right now, but with 4 Zeal, we're going to be having, I can actually show you here, plus 0.08 Ruler Zeal for the stability, and I still don't remember what the other thing Zeal does, but whatever it is, it's not having a huge effect with his 4 Zeal. Now, incidentally, at the moment, the expected next Otacon is Baki Suwadi. He's back as a familiar character. He is the Trad party leader. He probably is going to win. He is a party leader. He's a former Otacon, I believe, if not a co-Otacon. He may have actually been an Otacon and a co-Otacon. He's a fairly old character at 60, so it's certainly possible. And either way, I would not be upset with him coming in. This would be a much more balanced Otacon than Gumacita, though losing out on some finesse. Much better on the Charisma and the Zeal, and the 5 Martial is still better than Gumacita. So I'd actually be quite happy with this change-up. And I would actually prefer to have a Trad Otacon once I'm not actively trying to do building. So this episode will really be about infrastructure investments. As we're assuming the Trads come in after this episode, then we're switching over to full steam ahead commerce Omen power benefits from the Trads. So that is the basic plan there. Of course, lots of things change over the course of 5 years. I don't anticipate he will stay here. He might die. There might be someone else who becomes more prominent. We may get some crazy... event that leads to him being arrested or letting me arrest him. We'll see what happens, but I would be happy with him becoming the new Otacon in 5 years. That is the long and short of that. Right, so let's take a quick look at Gumacita's traits. I'm fairly sure, again, we've looked at this before in a previous episode, but just to be thorough. He is Miserly, minus 1 Finesse, so that's 12 Finesse with Miserly. That's pretty crazy. Minus 10% Senate Influence, plus 2% Holdings Income, and what's relevant, plus 0.05 Monthly Oligarch Conviction. As the governor of Ghana, we have a minus 10% local tax, not ideal. And as the ruler, another national tax, minus 10%. Youch, that's going to hurt the economy. Thankfully, I have focused so much on a commerce economy. This kind of trait is much less harmful if you're not focusing on a tax economy. It's much less harmful if you're not putting all of your eggs in the tax economy basket. To Gumacita, wealth is there to be owned. There just always seems to be more to collect. Also intelligent, plus 1 finesse, okay? Plus 0.10% monthly statesmanship. He's at 69.4% statesmanship, or I should say 69.42% statesmanship right now. Fairly good for sure. And a Great Wonder Construction, plus 2% for what that's worth. As the ruler, 2.50% research points, and plus 5 loyalty of governors, which is actually kind of interesting. A mind like no other can solve problems beyond our understanding. A mind like no other can also create them, for what that's worth. Uncaring, plus 0.05 monthly oligarch conviction as well. Minus 5 loyalty doesn't matter when he's the Otacon. As a commander of the Levy, minus 0.02 cohort loyalty gain chance for what that's worth. And as the ruler, minus 5 national frame and output. Not great, but not a huge deal either way. The world could fold in on itself tomorrow for all Gumacida cares. Lastly, he is skeptical, 1 less zeal, minus 0.05 conviction towards head of family's faction, minus 2% great water construction, just canceling out intelligent for what that's worth, plus 0.05 monthly trad conviction. As we see, he does actually have some trad conviction built up, but because he is the ruler, his oligarch conviction won't change while we're playing as him, basically. Minus 5 loyalty, again, doesn't matter right now. As the ruler, plus 10% national tax, that does cancel out miserly for the national effect, and minus 5% omen power, actually probably a larger economic problem, because this will reduce the strength of the jackal, who we are going to be selecting momentarily. Scheme influence, get going, and then let's go ahead and grab jackal right away. Again, no need to really think about this too much. Now, my religious unity is struggling. I am working on it, but we do have a pretty big omen power problem here with only 71% strength. So I will also hopefully be able to get a good priest character to boost that up and get more of that commerce income. But either way, let me also check and see if I have any new treasures we can slot in here. No, I do not, because they're all stuck in their territories. Yeah, I'm not able to use these without actually building a temple there and then removing it from the temple and then destroying the temple, which I could do if I had more gods to work with, but I only have a certain number of Bedaic gods. I guess what I could do, I could actually free up a Bedaic sort of shrine capacity for one of these gods by destroying the shrine. For example, someplace that I own. Well, I don't own that one. I don't own that one. Okay, I own this one. Actually, I'm going to own this one here in the future. And then I could build that shrine in the territory with the treasure and then remove the treasure from the shrine interface to add it to my kind of inventory for my nation, and then destroy the shrine if I don't actually want it there. I may genuinely have to do that. It's a lot of hassle. I don't remember what building a shrine actually costs offhand. Let's see. 300 gold, 50 PI. It's a very expensive investment. So let me take a quick look and see actually if it's worth it, or any of these like kind of knockout treasures, because I currently have pop simulation speed plus 15% in Timbuktu's temple and plus 10 noble happiness. Okay. Anything like, okay, these are actually the two that I was just looking at. Jar of Offerings continues to be a very strong relic. I think I might do this for Jar of Offerings, to be completely honest. 20% pop conversion speed in Timbuktu wouldn't be super useful, but this would be really strong in a large city that I'd need to do a lot of conversion in. Okay, 50% firm and happiness would probably be better than local noble happiness in Timbuktu because I have so many noble happiness bonuses. And this is, yeah, okay, so where is Jar of Offerings actually? So it's in Bori, okay, in Diaphanu. Let me remind myself. Let's see, Diaphanu is over here, that's right. Yeah, Bori is this location here. So, not a location I'd ever put a shrine normally, unless I was using this as a city, but of course, Gurma is likely to be the city here long term. This is actually kind of a large province, and I could put the city in a few different spots. I think Gurma will be a city just because it's a great location shape-wise, and it's the right distance from Houndu. And I already have it as the capital, and there's really not like a better spot for the first city. I could build other cities in this province later, further away, but this is like not a spot I will move the city from, you know, if that makes sense. So, let's see here. So what I would need to do, I would need to actually, so there's a few ways to go about this. The first way is to actually integrate another god into my pantheon, which I don't want to do. That there's a lot of problems with doing that. That breaks up religious unity. I think it upsets the traditionalists, a faction that I normally have pretty broad support from most of the time, if I'm not being more like, at least. Don't really want to do that. I think the better thing to do is to actually like scourge one of these shrines that are in other territories around me, and then like I was saying earlier, temporarily set the shrine up over in Bori, remove the relic from the shrine because it'll appear at the spot, and then I can destroy that shrine, or keep it if I want. Probably destroy it, so I can then set the shrine up elsewhere. So what I should really do is time all these things with when I want to set up the shrine, and like that sort of end action, and basically have all of these steps be a precursor to that final action of setting up the shrine in a major location. Obviously, Timbuktu is already used by the Jackal Temple, and Bori wouldn't make sense as a temple location. Gurma isn't an important enough city, I don't think, to be a temple location. I only have 4 of these to work with, and one of them's already being used. Houndu is a fairly large city, but it's fairly close to Timbuktu. That being said, it is in my core, so it might make sense to increase Houndu's power further. While the other relics I have don't make sense in Timbuktu, they may make more sense in a place like Houndu. Gundam is another major city, although it's in the Timbuktu province, so it might be kind of overkill. Another idea would be to put it somewhere a bit further out, like Bakunu, or even further away. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, I am working on integrating Walatahi, although they are still fairly upset. Although this is mostly due to the CB and the other modifiers. How far along is my improved relation going here? Hold on. Not very far, actually. We have a ways to go still. So we're a ways away from integrating these guys, or starting the integration process. Probably a couple of episodes. So all of this sort of holy site talk is just kind of speculative. It's all going to be in the future. So either way, let's go ahead and worship the Jackal. 10.70% commerce income. That is a no-brainer. That brings us up to 38 gold already. That's pretty good. It's going to get better from here. Now, I'm also going to make a change to a change that I made previously regarding my wages law. So I have been valiantly attempting to make more money from my wages, or I should say to spend less money on my wages expense by going for normal wages, and then just not running free hands on my officer characters so that they're not getting enough corruption to need increased wages to counteract it. I think that I actually would prefer more PI over gold, and this was actually, I think, a mistake the entire time. I think the amount of gold I'm saving by not, and it is a lot of gold, but I think the amount of gold that I'm spending now to do increased wages is actually best like converted into PI, because the PI difference is enough that it's been noticeable since I made this change. I'm going to change it back, basically. So now I'm going to run increased wages and actually increase the PI gain from my government by increasing the loyalty of my officers, maybe even specifically getting loyal officers when I can be cheesy about that, in order to get as much PI as possible, because so much of the economic potential of my nation is wasted by poorly optimized governor policies, not having the right laws, things that I'm just in this desperate, constant uphill battle to have enough PI to really engage with the systems. And so I think this is ultimately going to pay for itself in the long run. Yes, it hurts to see this number go down, but I have to think long term here, and I ultimately am mostly waiting around for political influence to do anything. So I think this is the right call to make, and I'm going to stick with that. Speaking of the government, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the faction situation. We've got the oligarchs and trads basically in sort of a diarchy, with the Democrats lagging far behind. Trads are super mad right now, and they're only increasing a little bit. They do not like that an oligarch is the Otacon. They really don't like it. Minus 0.14. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen it be that severe before. They also don't like that Gumasita is impious. That's probably in reference to skeptical, if I had to guess. Yeah, so the trads are not actually gaining in approval very quick here, so that's not great. Let's see, ensure calm. 55 stability. I'd sure like to be at 55 stability, but I will work on that. Oligarchs are basically maxed out on approval, so not much I can do with them. Democrats, I can get their approval really easily, but they don't have a lot of control, so it's not really worth that much. So unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of easy ways to get Senate support. Now, for internal management stuff like buildings, I don't really need Senate support, so this isn't that big of a deal, but certainly would be nice to have Senate support. Overall, oligarchs will trend up to 100 in a couple months, and Democrats are still trending down, but ultimately their control is so low, it's not that big of a deal. I need to get a trad a trad sensor in order to... Actually, I already have a trad sensor. Is this being applied? It is being applied, okay. Oh boy. And she's probably the best trad sensor I could hope for, Lele Sawagan. Alright, let me go ahead and... Yeah, let me go ahead and do my standard reorganization and pay special attention to ensuring I have a really loyal cabinet. I also have built statesmanship on other characters, so now is a good chance to see if I can take advantage of any of that. Making sure I get the lowest loyalty characters first. And then the other thing I might do is I may try to start building Democrat approval to the extent that I can. Just, they don't have a lot of control right now, but it will grow eventually. Maybe... I think the way to think about it is approval doesn't reset on the... approval isn't... sort of doesn't reset on the Archon election. It's a little hard to tell sometimes how things work, but I don't think approval... I'm not really sure. I shouldn't actually say that. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I think it makes sense to build up Democrat approval, even while they currently have low control, because the oligarchs already have nearly full approval. So I'd rather gain Democrat approval than gain oligarch approval uselessly, even though the oligarchs have much more control. Right, so first things first, let's go ahead and actually, immediately, first of all, get a trad censor, probably just reassign Layla Sankara. Where did she go? Where did she go? Maybe she was lower and she just had... Yeah, there she is. She just has really, really good statesmanship. I mean, Nyakata Zabarima is actually better. Statesmanship's also really good. And he has higher charisma. However, he's not a traditionalist, which means that his party approval won't be granted to the trads, I don't think. Let me actually put him in and see what happens really quick. Okay, it is not. It would be going to the oligarchs, and there it is. Okay, so that's not helpful. I do need a trad character here. So, Kare Sankara will eventually have the best charisma as a trad, but he doesn't have a lot of statesmanship. I think the best option here is going to be... you don't have any statesmanship. Sime Isawagan doesn't have a lot... Yeah, so I think it is going to be Layla Isawagan, just because you can bring in 6 right now and possibly 7 fairly soon. It's the best I can hope for. I'm also going to go... Let me actually do the loyalty stuff at the end so I can see if I even need it. So with that, trads are now trending back up. So that'll have to be what I go for now. Switching gears over to here, we do have 131% efficiency right now. Very good. We're also about to hit these two, and we're going to hit these in this episode, probably once we assign the character for sure. Let's go ahead and get our researchers figured out here. I think I do want to go for high natural ability, low statesmanship, because statesmanship doesn't affect this office at all. I think I've talked about this, or I think I've talked about this before. I think I was using her before. Let me continue to groom her for command here with statesmanship growth. She has a lot of loyalty though, so maybe there's someone else I should put in here. I think I'm going to bring her in because her loyalty is lower. I can use her as a super loyal character in the government, although 39 statesmanship may not be enough. Let me put in Sibiri Tielabele and then come back to it and see, because I'd rather have someone with lower statesmanship just to min-max. For oratory, 11 charisma, low statesmanship, fairly loyal though, so I kind of would want someone with less loyalty. Trufa Tielabele is also... Oh, she's also corrupt, so this would probably be a good fit here. Although Kare actually has the lowest loyalty. Let's bring him in. And then over here... 12 finesse, low loyalty, not much. You're perfect. You're high natural stat, low loyalty, low statesmanship. Welcome to being my researcher. Again, the in-universe logic of who is most efficient to be a researcher doesn't make any sense at all. It's the reverse. You'd want to have like a veteran, experienced person to be like this sort of academic of the matter, you know, like an advisor, but it is how this works if you're a min-maxer. Okay, so Konlakan looks to be the best. Actually, she's a little too loyal. Semu Asakia, although this is a minor character, I do want to grow his statesmanship. So I think I will put him in. These other characters are a little too loyal. They're probably better suited for officer positions. We'll come back to it later if I need to make changes. Okay, over here, Omen Power, we're going to immediately check and see. I mean, what would she bring in right now? So she'd be really loyal. That's one thing she'd be bringing in. Let's just see. Okay, 12% with 4 statesmanship. How quickly is this growing? This is really quick, 0.45% per month. Yeah, because she's a scholar, so she has a bonus to it. Oh, hold on, wait. The decay rate. I can't tell if the it changes by is already calculating the decay rate. It doesn't seem to be calculating. Either way, this should be... Oh, she's in poor health, too. That's not good. Oof, okay. What's your... Oh, you're a lunatic. Okay. Oh boy. Maybe someone a bit more statesmanship. But she's also really loyal, which I like. What's the difference here? The PI is going to be a concern. Ambitious and selfish. Kind of prefer someone who's not that serious with loyalty. What about Highway Isawagan? Not much statesmanship, though. Ooh, Dada Suwari. Here's our winner right here. Yeah, 18%. Look at that. And we can get her up with a... I could even get her high with a bribe and with a free hands. Yeah, weak-willed. That's what I like to see in my government. If you got strong opinions, get out. I'm here for one thing and one thing only. Loyalty to the state. Say it with me. That's what gives us the PI. Oh, man. I try not to be overly mean about the weird way these mechanics kind of work when you think about them, but I've put a lot of thought into my mod hegemony and how my changed mechanics are more diegetic and they kind of have a more consistent internal theming. I'll just leave it at that. I've spent years being perplexed by what exactly political influence is meant to represent, because the way it's used in the game, to me, just feels like their sneaky way of preserving the mana system that everyone hated. Now, I have mixed feelings about the mana system. I do think it makes more sense in Europa Universalis 4. I think Imperator Rome was very clearly designed around it, and a lot of Imperator Rome's balance problems I've complained about for years are because of how Imperator Rome was changed post-launch to remove the mana system. But then, if something isn't literally called, like, you know, so-and-so power, but then PI works very similarly to how the mana system works, because that's basically what PI is it really gone, right? I do think Imperator Rome is much better without the mana system with its design, and I think that Imperator Rome has continued to become better balanced in its sort of post-early patches, like further development and whatnot, and mods, you know, take it even further. But either way, I have a love-hate relationship with political influence. You know, I spent all these episodes just yearning for more, but it's like it's a toxic yearning. You know, I want it in my life, but I can't survive long with it, you know. That's the duality of man right there. I'll drink some tea after that crazy statement. Yeah. I've got chamomile and lavender tea with some buckwheat honey mixed in. This thing slaps. Okay, I don't need a lot of AE change right now, so let me just find someone who's loyal and who I can get... Oh, here we go. I don't even need to finish my sentence. We've already got our candidate right here. Oh yeah, this guy, this is a certified charisma officer right here. Look at these stats. High loyalty, low statesmanship, high natural charisma. Welcome to the team. Yeah, this does not matter when I have no AE at all. I just want to build statesmanship on you. Okay, Divine Sacrifice, this does actually matter. At least it will matter when I do the click. So let me just find someone to build statesmanship on who has good loyalty. Actually, Henda Isawagan matches that description. Let me put her in there. All right, national tax. Let's bring in... I could bring in Niakata Zabrima. He does have extremely good statesmanship, so that obviously makes sense. He is quite loyal. Yeah, I think this makes sense. He actually is... he might... Oh, hold on, wait. I should make him the censor is what I should do. Why did I overlook him earlier? What was my concern with him? Oh, it's because he's an oligarch. That's right. I just realized what my concern with him was. Okay, that previous decision does make sense. Let's make him the tribute to the treasury. 12% national tax is quite nice. We're back up to 36, and it's getting better from here. Tribute to the soldiers. I want to build statesmanship on this minor character here, Mbuna Jawal. He is a Wolof Bedek, so he's the right religion, wrong culture. He's actually a wrong culture group as well, for what that's worth. But, you know, he's good for this position. I don't really need... Well, I kind of do actually want someone a little better. I think if I had one more slot to put someone in to build statesmanship, I'll put him in. Because I like having minor characters to work with just for family dynamics. But either way. Let's bring in... I'd like to bring her in, but I'm getting worried about how the parties feel. Democrats are furious. Oligarchs are really happy. Okay, I need to start doing some family shenanigans already. Okay, can I kick out someone from one of these families, or ideally both of these families? Okay, the researcher is Silman Bulsa. Okay. I guess I can bring in Masiri. I should use him for the... I guess I could put Fontetielabele over here. Yeah, actually, she'd be good for this. Okay. And then I'll actually make Masiri Isawagin the Tribune of the People. Will I? I will. Yeah, definitely I will. The loyalty. Okay. And then can I move the other family out of being content as well? Oh, I think Labadebo counts because he's the co-ruler. Is he? Is that? No, it's the Augur. Okay. I really don't want to lose her. She's really good. But Quisrima Kargwe is a solid alternative. Less loyalty. I can work on it, though. I don't have a lot of great options otherwise. Oh, hold on. I do have an option over here. This guy's got crazy statesmanship. Kodama Soragama. I think I've used him before. Minor character. Alright, he can come in. Okay, he's just as good. I can get his loyalty up with some shenanigans. So now, Democrats should only be mildly furious. They are, in fact, only mildly furious. Alright, we need to keep cleaning this up, though. I can't really easily do more cleaning at this point. I basically have 4 grateful families and 2 scorned families. That's probably the best I can do. Unless I can get the Sankadas down. Let's see. I don't think Alcon counts. Researcher, and who else? Governor of Songhai. So I need the researcher out. I like him so much that... Okay, fine. Fine. Lambu Kamada. I want to build statesmanship on her, and she's pretty good. Is there anybody better? I mean, literally better is Tarifa Tielabele. But I want to try to get the Tielabeles down to 1 of 1 as well. Speaking of which, who are the 2 Tielabele? Okay, so we've got Fonta Tielabele, the researcher. I think the other is the governor, so that's going to be that. Actually, I got 2 Tielabele researchers. Okay. Now I'm making some compromises here, but if I can get the Tielabeles to be scorned, Democrats will cheer and not cause my republic to collapse. Maybe, we'll see. Alright, I mean, I guess I can put her in here. That would actually make a lot of sense. And then Fonta Tielabele. I guess the Zabarimos are now one of my grateful families. This is a pretty big downgrade, though. I'm not super comfortable with this. I guess if I'm going to be doing this, I'd rather have a non-scorned Bolsa family with 12 finesse than a non-scorned Tielabele family with 10 finesse, if that makes sense. We're going to switch which family. So now the Tielabeles, after like 50 years of oligarchic dominance, I'm now surprisingly switching gears and propping up the Isawagins of all people. So never say that I am unfair in who I capriciously favor to bizarrely make the Democrats happy. I will pick a family, and it may not be the same family every time. I am a generous ruler. Okay, has this actually fixed anything? Actually, yeah, okay. They don't like the tyranny. I can't do anything about that right now. The corruption on Gumasita is not great for them either. I don't like it either, but I am working on it, and he doesn't have that much corruption, so, you know, it's not... It's fine, basically. Also, this is the son of the Bugler, for what that's worth. Fun fact, in case you weren't aware. Okay, that'll do for now. Oligarchs are still trending up, which is great. Democrats are only trending down a little bit. Trads don't really care. Alright, let's finish assigning these offices. So, basically, I can't... I can only add characters that are in a grateful family to avoid messing this up. So, with that, I think I'll build statesmanship on the fairly good but not amazing Konbiga Zabarima. And for Tribune of the Soldiers, Mbuna Jawul, loyalty is a huge problem with you, so probably not. This guy actually could be a researcher. In fact, I might actually make him this researcher. Oh, this guy is already low loyalty. Got these, like, low loyalty martial characters lingering around, but... Alright, I'll build statesmanship on him some other time when I can make him a researcher safely. Yeah. Okay, let's see. This guy here is also fairly low loyalty. Do we have anyone who isn't terrible? Okay, Pokobila Zaborima. 7 marshals, not great, but this is the best I can do. Things I do for the Republic, right? Alright, so that's that. And now, here's where the fun begins. Let's go ahead and start... This guy's my rival? Is that right? Who am I rivaling right now? Okay. Of course I'm rivaling a family head, because why not? And then this random guy, Gumasita, has rivaled him. I would like to not be his rival. 30 PI to stop rivaling him. I don't think 10 loyalty is worth 30 PI in 5 years, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Although I may get rival events, which is annoying. Do I have anybody else I can bring in? Okay, I don't really think so without messing up the family stuff. Although, I can probably bring in one character and make a family content. Because there's a lot of good options here for this specific thing. Specifically, Dara Suwari is a good option. So now I can get her loyalty higher up. Democrats are not going to like this, but they don't have a lot of control, so I feel okay. And I can also do shenanigans to get loyalty with them fairly consistently, so this will have to do. Sorry, Democrats. I'm trying here, but I have to make a lot of compromises. I have to really balance a lot of different things here at the same time. Okay, having done that, let's go ahead and start. Oh, of course, Democrats like when I give free hands to her. Trads are already so low in approval, I may as well. Well, actually, let's not be too... Yeah. I'm not gaining very much Trad approval, but I'm not getting any Democrat approval, so I do think that this is worth it for the... Oh boy. For the loyalty. So let's do all this. You are fairly close, but you could be higher, and at this point, I'm just fixated on that number. I need as much of it as I can get. You are close enough that I think a bribe would be sufficient. Let's see. Only for 4 years, though, not for 5 years. I think 90 is high enough. You, though, I'm definitely bribing, or not bribing, giving free hands. Okay, Lele Isawagan, let's see. Yeah, you're close enough. Let's give you free hands. You, free hands will get more Democrat approval. Now that Trads are at 0, by the way, I should just do things that the Trads don't like while I can get it for free, because there's no negative approval. Same situation here, free hands for you. And you would cause the oligarchs to be happy, but the Trads wouldn't like it. I mean, I guess under these circumstances, 91 loyalty is fairly high, though. I think we leave it at that. Let's not push things here. So now we're up to 40. Well, we're down to 44. We were below that a moment ago. Trads are not happy. These guys want Sonaniki to be in integrated culture. I mean, it's not like the worst idea I've ever heard, but ultimately, I don't think this is a something we're going to be doing, to be sure. All right, 5 holdings to family heads. What I should do, actually, so I should first, I should basically do a bunch of things that upset the oligarchs and then get this, because I can get this whenever I want, to then max out approval. But I have so much approval with them right now. Let me just leave it alone. They may push it later. If they push it, I'll deal with it when they push it. Okay. That's all fine. We've got the right law there. We've got the right law there. I kind of do want to grab priestly status. And I do have enough technology to get this. I just need PI, and it's going to cost stability, so it's going to be expensive. But this will further strengthen the economy. I think this is right at a place in the campaign where I can get off of state, religion, happiness. Over here, we can also grab one of these. I think devolved administration is probably the best one, but I also think that rights of nobility is pretty strong. We're not able to get this stuff yet, unfortunately. Cultural primacy for the ratio in cities is pretty good too. Yeah, there's some good stuff down here. Anyways, with all of that, what do we have now? We have Bundu is disloyal. I'm aware. I remember this from last episode. I'm going to switch. No, I'm not going to switch. I need every atom of my political influence needs to be saved for that divine sacrifice. So we're gonna wait. But what I don't need to wait on is any building stuff. So let's go ahead and further delay the start of the episode by doing a bunch of building micros. So first of all, let's do a quick gold check and make sure we got all of our gold territories. Okay, this one does not have slaves yet, so I need to do some slave micro as well. I should have vegetables running right now. I do. Let me do a quick check on. I'm saying check a lot here. Let me investigate. Let me cancel sheep because I can't come back very likely. Any interesting new resources we can trade for? Because we're at 0 AE right now. The answer is no. We can get cloth, but I don't think cloth is that critical of a resource compared to what else we currently have. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue trading with Tuskia, actually, for the livestock. Alright, so we do have vegetables. Move slaves should be cheap. Let's go ahead and see what other slaves we can find around here. There may not be much left in this area. We've pretty thoroughly stacked them up over here. Also make sure approaching is not allowed. It is not. Good. And here as well. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to need 12 slaves. We have 3 currently. Alright, here we go. Okay, so Jawul, I can't depopulate, obviously. Let's bring in 1, 2. Let's try to keep them at 2 when we can. The elephants we can take from 4 more. There we go. Just barely. Hopefully they don't lose population. That's 1 more gold resource for us to sell. This one over here, we don't have the slaves. We do have the mine, though, so let's move people around here. We also do have the tax bonus from the shrine here, which is quite nice. Okay. Zero we can draw from. What do we need? We need 12. Kingui we can move from. That is 12. Perfect. Alright. All the other gold tiles should be at full capacity. They are. Now, I do think that I am still on that mission to conquer Mali. I do think I want to move into Mali mainly just to get the gold in Mali, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of gold down here. There's a full, I think, 3 gold tiles in the region. And the other territory is, like, not too difficult to deal with. Like, it's not super rough terrain or anything crazy. It's fairly normal terrain. So, getting into Mali, I've talked about before that I could either do a conquest through all these people who are all currently my subjects, which involves fighting them, which takes time and effort, and they may hire mercs and may become kind of a hassle. And it also involves canceling their tribute relationship with me, which also costs me money. I could also kind of colonize in behind them and then fight them later when I have colonized everything around them. But I also don't necessarily want to do lots of colonization slave micro right this second, just because it's kind of a large hassle. I don't really have a good strategic reason to not do it. I just sort of don't want to do it. The truth comes out. I actually do sometimes make decisions not based on min-maxing, but because of personal preference. But I'm playing a video game for fun, you know, what can I say? But either way, I think we will get to this in the future. I don't necessarily... The key takeaway is I don't want to abort Matter of Mali just because I'm not really doing much here right now. I don't think any other missions I could currently have would be better than this, right? Because we will eventually come over here, so we will come back to this later. But now that we've done our slave micro, let's see if there's other resources we can improve right now. Let's look for... That's not the right, there we go. Base metals. Any base metal mines we can strengthen right now. This one here we can strengthen. This one here as well. This one here. And this one over here in our core, actually, I've overlooked. Base metal is not as valuable as gold, obviously, but it would make sense while we're doing a slave micro to also attend to these areas. Okay, just because Timbuktu's had so many provincial improvements, it makes sense to move some people into here. Let's see. Bear. Let's investigate. Not you. Where's Bear? It's down here. No, that's Dire. Where is Bear? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I could move people from Timbuktu, but the pops in Timbuktu are promoting, so I don't really want to move them from Timbuktu if I can avoid it. Mara may have more pops than it needs. It does have 2 slaves I can kind of move. Let's move... Okay, what do we need here? We need 10? I can probably squeeze 10 in here from different places. Let's push it a little bit with some of these slave movements. Take them down to 1. Sumpi, this place here does need 10, so I can move 2 in from Sumpi. Make sure Sumpi is on no promotion allowed. Also make sure this place is on no promotion allowed as well. Just need 4 more. Alright, where in the world is Bear? Oh, it's over here, that's right. Bear only needs 10, so I can move 1 over from Bear. Alright, and then move 1 from Bangu. Just need 2 more. Dire I will eventually add more slaves to. Dire is down here. When I have more slaves, I don't really want to move them from Dire. Sarafe and Karango. There we go, those are 10 slaves on base metal. Okay, and then over here, I don't really... Hold on, I only need... I need 15. I don't have a mine here, that's why. Alright, let me build a mine and then get the micro set up. So this is going to be... this will be 10 once the mine's here. So let's get the mine going. I have surplus of stone, I have all the modifiers, okay, good. And then move. Need 4 more slaves here. Yeah, from over here I can bring in people in. So this place here doesn't need all these people. There we go. That's my mine set up. And over here, we already have everything set up over here, so that's fine. Over here, there should be some slaves lingering we can perhaps bring in. This is going to be 12 over here, okay. There we go. And then over here, get the mine already. Going to need 6. Oh, we can't because of right. Loyalty over here is a problem, so we're gonna ignore that for now. We need 17 here with no mine. Let's get the mine built. It'll become 12. So let's move 10 in here. Not from other mine locations. This place here is already fairly like microed up, so I'm probably not going to be able to move anyone in. Let me wait actually until this area here is loyal, and then I will deal with this mine here, because I can't move the slaves that are here that are sort of stuck there. Okay, getting back to it. Hold on. It's over here. This place here actually only needs a few more slaves to be in working state. Yeah, this is going to add a lot of money to our economy once all these trades start happening. Once I unpause. Okay, I can bring 2 in from there, and there we go, perfect. That should be good for now. And then with the money we have remaining, let's do some construction. Let's see. Any new slots in my cities? Nope. Nope. Let's just check all this first. Don't think so, but let's just verify. Nope. Okay. Well, with my remaining money, I suppose I could build some more infrastructure. Do I have any honey tiles? I think I can build one that is not fortified. Okay, I can't build farms for honey in this mod. Okay, that's fair. It sort of makes sense that you can't do that, but oh well. Let's see. You know what? Down here, I added quite a few slaves over here. I could build an iron mine. What's actually more valuable, iron or grain? They're actually the same value. Base metals is a bit more valuable than both, but I'm already working on that. I know that livestock's cheaper. Let's build an iron mine and get an iron miner population going up here. Alright, it's going to end up being 10 with the mine. Alright, and then if I can also get a farm over here going as well, that could be good. What'll it be with a farm? I'm actually going to run out of money doing this setup here, but I may as well get this going. It'll be 10 for this as well. Okay. Actually, we'll be able to do it right now. I will be able to do it right now is what I'm saying. Let's bring in from Jenny. Need 3 more. Okay. That'll be that. Just like that, our fortune's been spent, but it's been spent on smart infrastructure investments. This will pay dividends later. Let's go up to speed 3 and proceed. I guess one thing I could do, I could run War Council, which I forgot to do last time, and I had said 2 episodes ago I'd do it last time. This would put it on a 10-year timer with like 215, 225, which is a little awkward. I think because I don't really plan to go to war this episode, I don't really think I need the War Council. I also think I have claims on most of my neighbors. I just don't really have any clear directions of expansion, because the real clear direction, which is into Gao, is blocked by Chabaria, which was a situation that I didn't choose. This was forced on me by, I believe, the oligarchs. Actually, I don't remember who it was. It may have been the Trads. It seems more like something the oligarchs would do. But either way, until Chabaria either becomes my client state and I vassalize them, or I let them go, I'm not going to be going to war sort of in any direction. So I will hold off on this until next episode, and I will definitely remember to do it next episode as well. So let's go ahead and unpause and proceed. After the tick, we should see a lot of... Actually, we see them now. Trade with Leptus Miner, who has popped up over here. Interesting. Looks like Basatis has actually been split by Leptus Miner rising up. Kind of odd to see that. Carthage is fighting Syracuse, but not fighting Tuscia yet. Interesting. What else is happening in the world, by the way? Nothing too surprising. These Celts want my base metals. Okay, sure. Happy to trade. What do we have here? Ife, Zuru, or El Souk. Or Es Souk. I'll trade with Ife. Sell the gold. Let's see. I'll trade with my client wallet. The money kind of comes back to me. Alright. On the tick, let's see the economy grow from 33.29. 38.88. Look at that. Now, it has recalculated already, but that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Ooh, we got barbs down here. This is a good Sigwick horde, so I think that's wrong culture group as well. That's a Hellion. That's my culture group, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think this is that big of a deal. They can add population down here. I think that's fine. I'm not going to rush over to fight them. Although I definitely could with this army. Jenny now has a 4-stack ready to go. Pretty good stuff. If these guys approach Houndu, I'll be a bit more concerned, but I guess they could interrupt my construction projects around here. We'll see where they go. I don't really want to deal with them right now. Got other things to focus on at the moment. But with fort maintenance running, I can be a bit more flippant with barb reactions. Should be okay. We'll see. Alright. Trads are gaining real slow, but I can't do much to speed this up. I guess I could do this to speed this up. I am doing some conversion. I am doing quite a lot of conversions right now, but most of my country is fairly kind of messed up right now, so we're not like focusing on conversion that much. So now wouldn't be the worst time in the world to actually click defend religious privileges. This does give me 5 years of trad placation, happier people with my native religion, also trad approval, which is fairly nice. This does upset the other factions, but oligarchs will go back up really quick, and Dems I can get back up fairly easily. I think at the moment this may not be the worst thing to do. The real cost of this is the PI cost, 25 PI to do this. I can do it every 10 years. I think this does carry over between... I think if I'd done this at the start before I unpaused, if I thought to do this, maybe I would have done it, but I think I'll leave it for now. I need to save my PI for Divine Sacrifices. Stability is really like the core thing I need to focus on, because Sane Bolsa died from eating a rotten herring at the age of 68. Head of the Bolsa family and rival of the head of them. Alright, rest in peace, Sane Bolsa. Who is the new Bolsa head? It is Geta Bolsa. I don't recognize this character, but welcome to my anticipated rival list, thanks to Imperator Rome being very fun and well-balanced. But anyways, snark aside. Who am I kidding? I can never put the snark aside. You know, it's just, it's my lifestyle. It's my creed. I am one with the snark. Ooh. Nyakata Zabarima, coming in hot from being the Archon. Now he's doing a great job in his current position as the Tribune of the Treasury. He's cultivating quite the reputation as a man of decency and honor. Such virtues give our citizens good reason to feel safe, secure, and stable. +3 stability. Thanks. Appreciate it. That apparently has caused a civil war to be contemplated. Okay. That's not what I thought would happen when I got more stability. What on earth? Oh, the song Hey Governor is disloyal. Come on. Songhai is barely a region. I've given you the smallest of responsibilities for being a governor, and you're just causing problems. What is the problem here? You're a trad, so I know the trads aren't happy, so I get that. I mean, it's mainly that, but skeptical, deceitful. She's pretty corrupt. Her style. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bribe her, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do her even more. I'm gonna give her free hands. Then I'm gonna fire her. Get out of here. There's only one policy to change. You're replaceable. Who do I bring in to replace her? Somebody who's got some loyalty on them would be nice. Rabi Isawagan. This is a new character. This 16-year-old allegedly. This guy's built different. Look at him. He's coming in. Why is he so short, by the way? he's like a little guy. Or well, he's a very hairy. Maybe this is a dwarf, like an actual, like a fantasy dwarf, you know? Not like a real-life little person, but like a dwarf. I mean, I don't know why he's on this list with his 7 finesse. Aren't, like, fantasy dwarves good at, like... I guess they're good at, like, mining? I guess they're, like, kind of... They'd be good administrators in theory. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking about this so much, but this guy would keep the Isawagan hegemony situation going. Super duper loyal. He is actually also deceitful, so, okay, problem... Oh, hold on. I didn't notice the corruption. Never mind. He can stay in the mines. I'm not going to be hiring him. Go back to your mountain. Alright, let's see. Who else do we have who is not... I'm actually... 35 corruption is... that's a pretty high amount. I don't think I've seen that very often. That's an insane amount of corruption for someone to have. It's 16. What? Yeah, hold on. Wow. 35... like, he just became an adult, like, just recently, and he's already, like, the most corrupt man. This guy really is built different. Like, he's coming in, he's coming in, with a, like, Long hair, a full beard at 16. He's coming with 35 corruption, 83 loyalty. Like, what is this guy doing? I almost want to make this guy... This guy is like one of those characters that's just so weird. I almost want to make him a governor just to kind of see what happens. But I'm not going to do that. I'll resist the urge until I find nobody else better, and then I do that. But perhaps there's somebody better, not with any corruption. Loyalty is questionable with Baki Suwadi, although this would help ensure he becomes the next Otacon, which I kind of do want to do. So, can I survive his loyalty shenanigans? The power base of this region is fairly low, so I don't think it's going to be a serious problem. It's mostly because he's a trad and all the trads are really mad right now. I'm working on it, but it could present problems. That's a sure thing. Would build statesmanship on him. Wouldn't hurt. I don't really have a lot of options here, to be completely honest. All right. 50 loyalty. I'll take it, honestly. I'll take it. All right. We'll utilize our little friend later, and I mean that literally. I don't mean that as a weird figure of speech, but we'll put him to use in some other capacity. He might actually be. Well, he doesn't have like amazing stats. He's just like a weird character. Anyways, this should help ensure he becomes not the governor, become the Otacon next time. We'll see. All right, that actually doesn't fix the problem though. What's the issue now? Oh, it's this guy again. Get out of here! Come on, leave me alone. I'm so annoyed dealing with you. He's the head of a family as well, so he's got super crazy power base. Go away. And then this guy here, we commented on him last time. I mean, I guess I could grant him a holding. I could grant either one of them a holding. This guy here is younger and also less unhealthy because the sort of fake co-ruler has cancer. So this guy will last longer, so the holding granting will be more useful for longer. What I'm going to do is a bit weird. I'm going to actually revoke a holding, and then I'll grant a holding to him so that I'm not gaining oligarch approval for no reason. So let me find someone to revoke a holding from. Not myself, because I can't. Actually, can I revoke a holding for myself? I guess I can, actually. Okay. Sure. This guy has a lot of holdings. Holy moly. Let's revoke a Gen A holding. Okay. And now, a bit of a switch. Oh, that actually, did that fix it? Let me wait for the tick. That may have actually fixed it. If that did, that's great. We shall see. Unless this guy by himself is like enough power base, but that I don't think that's right. I don't trust this. Let's wait for the tick. I'm suspicious about this Civil War allegation. Bring the receipts, or I don't believe it. Okay, it is just this guy. No, come on. I'll have to grant him the holding after all. That's 40 gold, but it's fine. All right, we got Oratory Advance, Country Civil Level plus 0.050%, and we also got the Religious Advance plus 1% Omen Power. And because we can't bribe this guy because he was recently convinced, and he won't accept another bribe. Why is this guy so difficult to deal with? He's mad about the unchecked xenophobia, apparently. He's scorned a family and he's stubborn. I guess that's all it takes. And I guess, you know, here's the real issue. He's a trad. So he's mad that the trads are mad. Alright, well. You can get, let me give you like a swamp house. Like, I'm gonna be petty about this. Can I give you a nasty swamp house? Come on, show me a swamp location. Can I, A to Z, here we go. Let's give him like a Corienza house. Can I do that? Okay, I can't. There's not one available. How about Mata? I guess there's a gold mine there. How about somewhere else? Safari? I'm giving this guy a boggy estate. Come on. Nope. Okay, how about Dire? Is there a Dire location? Dire. Alright, I need to find more swamps. But I'm spending precious minutes of this episode. Let's give him the Shrek swamp from last time. Let's give him Seme. Is there a Seme holding available? Yes! Go live in the swamp. Alright. Just like that, with a little bit of swamp real estate action, our civil war has been averted. God love Imperator Rome. It's just like that sometimes. Okay, I think last time I was making my way towards Patricinium, and I was realizing that I couldn't go through this layer without getting... what was the holdup before? Yeah, I need this one as well. That's right. Okay, I could, with my 2 innovations, make my way this direction by getting... I also want to get this stuff as well. By getting Symmetry and Extended Diplomacy. These are both kind of just stepping stones. They're not really that big of a deal for me right now. Same with Espionage, honestly. I don't really need this modifier that much. I mean, it'd be interesting to mess around with, but it's not like a game changer. And then between the 2 of these, I think I'd probably... yeah, either one would be fine because they both lead to selective immunity, which is actually kind of a strong tech for me, honestly, with all my corruption problems. Might be worth actually beelining for this. Loyalty of Governors +5 would also kind of be good to get, to be honest, especially right now, while I'm thinking about it. Let me go ahead and honestly just grab this. Like, I can't get to military patronage until I get this line over here, but this is actually good to get. I need to get this anyways, so let me grab this now. Also, I get 1 finesse on all the governors. Differing levels of Imperium could be granted to governors, ensuring that each knows his or her own place. This could often be used as a way to grant up-and-coming politicians a taste of what awaits them in the future. Proprietors and proconsuls. There we go. Very nice. That should ensure governor loyalty quite a bit more than what we've had before. Now, I guess I could also go and grab Approved Familia. I mean, this is a really strong tech as well. +4 loyalty of characters in general is really, really good. And a bunch of nobles appearing in Timbuktu. Now, this is actually going to overcrowd Timbuktu if I put them there, I think. So, maybe I hold off for now. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? I can get to Patricinium without going through this line, and there's an argument for going for Patricinium first, but the counter-argument is that going for this stuff actually speeds up my research by quite a lot. This is 20% research and 2 innovations for free. I can actually get to Patricinium from over here with the 2 innovations. So, you know. Here's the question, right? Are these modifiers worth enough to not get this stuff sooner? Generally, getting research earlier is better for research kind of compounding, right? So I think what I'm going to do, because I need to get both of these to get military patronage, I think I will grab administrative patronage now. Because monthly corruption minus 0.01 for everybody is actually quite nice. It's very small, but it does contribute to my corruption management. Encouraging our governors to develop personal ties of patronage with subjects increases both the loyalty of their subjects and reinforces the system altogether. Okay. And now from here, we'll do the boring techs of symmetry, extended diplomacy, and then... Actually, I could technically skip symmetry and grab shady connections, and then grab espionage. That would be technically faster. I think I probably will do that, because I don't think I need either of these modifiers that much. I also don't need this modifier that much, but I would rather get through here faster. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I get you know, the 2, or I can get like this one and then this one, like a combination. So basically looking at another episode or 2 to get this line figured out. All right, very good. All right, we are getting there slowly and steadily. 42.50 is the magic number. All right, more barb shenanigans. If they attack one of my building sites, I will be more bothered, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Let's see. It's dislocative co-ruler. Are you kidding me? Come on. All these co-ruler modifiers shouldn't be happening. This is just such an annoying glitch. Because unless I literally killed the guy, I can't do anything about this. It's just, I have to wait for him to die of old age. I guess he does have cancer right now, so that's, you know, pretty unfortunate. But I just need him to not be the, like, fake co-ruler, because it's kind of messing everything up. Although ruler corruption is all my own fault, but I am working on it. Slowly and steadily. Who am I being targeted by? Hold on. What's this guy trying to do? Assassinate? Come on. Is it because I kicked you out of the government? Alright, I could assist with the scheme? Is that right? This is some 4D chess stuff right here. Yeah, let me help you try to assassinate me. Interference scheme. I mean, he has a 7% chance of success. It would just cause a lot of chaos to, like, have a Otacon die mid, like, you know, mid-episode, so... Let me interfere. Let me try to stop this. I guess I could try to kill him. I'm not going to pay 7 Tyranny and 7 AE for this. No, I'm not doing it. This will... Let's see, does this just happen automatically? Like, how does this actually work? Oh, I've just reduced the chance to 0 right now. Okay, well, I mean, a 7% chance is so comically low, it would have been fine, but I'm not taking any risks. Like, that guy's loyalty doesn't matter at all, so it's, like, completely free to do that. So I think I made the right call. Yep, more pillaging, just hold on. Okay, this is not a location that is building anything, so you can keep having at it, but don't get too many funny ideas. Alright, that should be enough. Good golly, please. Okay, now we're up to plus 0.30 at 41 stability. Pop happiness is definitely improving quite a bit. This will start to solve some of these problems fairly soon now. That's quite good. Red-handed, oh boy. Several nights ago, Dada Subari, who is my very good augur, was discovered helping herself to a sizable quantity of gold from the National Treasury. This is clearly a serious crime. However, there's something to be said for sweeping affairs like this under the carpet. Now, of course, because this game is not very finely crafted when it comes to the character events, which is something for my mod Hegemony, incidentally, I'm trying to improve upon. It's targeted a 100 loyalty character who has no real reason to do this kind of thing. I guess, does she? Generous, so she has, like, the opposite reason, like, she's not greedy. Alright, I could become friends with her, which... It doesn't really mean anything. I guess I could revoke free hands, but I also don't really want to do this. I also don't need the 10 popularity. I guess I'll become friends with her, and then I'll revoke her free hands. Actually, can I revoke her free? I can't even revoke her free hands. Alright, never mind. Oh well. Well, I guess she'll be friends with that guy once he leaves office, so... Well, I don't want to flog her. She's a good character. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. Alright. Let's see where these guys go. Tribal Chief Jom offers friendship. Okay. This is the Tribal Chief of Mako. Here he is. We have received an envoy sent by Tribal Chief Jom Deju. That's a really cool name, to be honest. Jom Deju. Alright, ruler of our subject Mako. He offers our ruler, Otacon Gumasita Sankara, his personal friendship. Strengthening our connection with our subjects could have its benefits. I mean, I guess I could do this. I mean, this is only for another 4.5 years. It's not going to make a huge difference. Let me just grab 5 popularity. This is one faction one country I may actually break my relationship with later, so this isn't really that big of a deal. If this was someone I was trying to turn into a client state, this would be more interesting, but let's just get the free popularity. Alright. Okay, Pokebilla Zabarima died of severe inflammation at the age of 50. She was the tribute of the soldiers and member of the Zabarima family. Rest in peace, Pokebilla. I have used her as an officer for quite a while, so sad to see her die. That was a little unexpected. Okay, we need a new tribute of the soldiers. Who do we have who's not going to destroy the Republic? Not a lot of options. All of my martial characters are just so rowdy and uncooperative. Do I have, like, a researcher I can poach? I mean, not really. Anybody? You'd actually be okay. Loyalty is fine. Do I have another oratory researcher lined up I could bring in? I actually do, who might actually be a better fit. Let's bring in Via Zabarima. This will also make him not on the verge of loyalty problems. Then assign... Here she is. Okay, that's fairly good. This is actually better than what I had before, and I can now give her... Ooh, I could force conversion. I don't think this is a big deal. She can be... What is she, megalithic? Okay, sure. Worship those stones, girl. I'm not going to stop you. Live your truth. Okay, the problem, though, is that the trads don't like this. Although the trads already are not happy, so... You know... Free Democrat approval. Yeah, look at that. Alright. That'll do. We got more barbs. Well, not more barbs. We have the same barbs doing barbarian activities. That's the technical term for it, of course. Okay, they're not going up here. Okay, this is now changed from not my problem to ever so slightly mildly my problem, because I don't want them to actually sack my city. Alright, boys. Time to turn those plowshares back into swords. We are getting raised. Not in the fun way. Alright, let's just raise in Tiabu. Yeah, these barbs are about to have a bad day. And we'll just reorganize for a tick, and then we'll... I mean, we don't even really need to reorganize, but I may as well just be thorough about this. And then once I do this, I may as well also... Huh? This... I swear to God, this guy... like, what have I done to you to warrant this treatment? What? Where is this coming? What do you mean you have all this power base? Holdings? Oh my God. Okay, well, you know what? We're not in Civil War territory, so this guy can just... He can just, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's wait for the tick. Huh? What? Did they assault Houndu? They did. What the fuck? I don't think I've ever seen a barbarian horde assault a city that they were sieging. What? I was about to say, like, did I forget to have fort maintenance? These assholes assaulted my city. Oh, come on. That's... Alright, now I'm actually annoyed. Come on, only I'm allowed to do that. Don't assault my city. What was the strategy from the Imperator MAI? Alright, I'm actually kind of impressed that they thought to do that. But now they're really in trouble because they're low morale. Yeah, they got stack wiped. Okay, well, Consolation, I was able to stack wipe them. And I guess now, since we're raised, I may as well. By the time we get there, they're going to be dead. I guess we'll go up there and kill them. Actually, yeah, let's just do that. Well, what I should do is send the much smaller Gene Levy to go do that, to be completely honest. Much cheaper to deal with these guys. The actual Levy, I think I will lower. The Gene Levy can also come back and mop these guys up if they need to. I'm actually kind of impressed. Like, I'm mad because they assaulted my city when I thought that they wouldn't, but I actually like that they did that. And I swear this isn't cope. Please don't perceive this as it obviously appears to be as cope, because this is actually intelligent behavior by the AI. I don't normally see barbs do assaults, so that caught me off guard, but I'm providing a polite slow clap for the Imperator MAI for that one. Alright, Ghana Levy, stand down. Back to the mines, or whatever. I guess they're not slaves, but back to the offices. Yeah, we're doing a return to office policy right here with the Ghana Levy. Back to it. Gene Levy can mop things up from here. What is forced march? Actually, I know what it requires. It requires the forced march technology, doesn't it? Which is... Where is it? Oh, here it is. Quick march. Yeah. These guys will kill themselves through taking the territory. That's fine. Look at them go. They're so fast. Alright, so I think I need, what do I need? 190, that's right. So I can get 50 immediately, and I can also send them a gift to get the rest when I need that. Alright. Let me wait for the tick, so I've got 12. So I can do 2 policies at once, since I waited already anyways. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's do some policy stuff. So, this can stay. This, not there actually. This is probably not super critical anymore. What do I switch this to? This place is selling quite a bit of resources. It's about to sell a lot more as well. I think I'm going to switch this actually over to encourage trade as well. The big commerce bonus over here. I think I will go for that. Let's see, so we are at 35.42. This shouldn't be that much right now, but let's just see what we get. 35.32. 36.02, okay. That's not nothing, and we're about to get 4 more outgoing exports as well. Very nice. Okay, over here, actually let's look over here. This is also probably close enough. I'm comfortable switching it off to something else. We're exporting 3 resources here. Are there any more resources I can export easily? Double grain I could export. Actually, I'm already exporting both of the grain. Never mind. Vegetables? Already exporting the vegetables. I actually am not selling any of the grain from here for some reason. I don't think grain's being blocked by my trade. The block surplus is on, but everything else is permitted. They'll ask for my grain whenever they want grain, so it is what it is. This would probably still be a worthwhile change. So this will be a bit less, so 36.02. Switch it over to 36.35. Okay, those are numbers. Look at that. Look at that. That thinking brain. Look at it do that. My girlfriend were here, she would roll her eyes at that entire scenario. Okay, anyway, moving on. Let's just move on from that entire ordeal. Yeah, we're at the point where policy changes are seeing real economic improvements, which is great. All right. Here they come. While I'm over here, actually I don't have enough to do it. It may make sense to eventually build a road between Wadon and Azuki, just because this one spot would make sense for a road, just to get to Azuki, which is always, of course, the choke point for barbarian invasions up here. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that later. Yeah, unclear results. Okay, sure, if you say so. Imperator Rome Doomerism over here. 26. Yeah, okay, that's the result. That was very clear the whole time. Jenny Levy can, yeah, they can stand down. This is fine. Actually, what do we have here? One heavy. I could raise the Songhae and Jolaf levies to deal with it. I could also just raise the Ghana levy again to deal with it. Hold on, where's my region split? It's over here. May as well just quickly go deal with this just because it's going to be faster than bringing the other army back down. Then I'll lower my maintenance after that. Alright, these guys are about to have the worst day of their lives in just a sec here once they trudge their way over. Usually I'm drinking coffee in these episodes, but today I'm switching it up with the tea, trying to drink less coffee. I already have issues with acid reflux and other problems derived from the over consumption of coffee. But you know, tea is not like way better for you than coffee, but you know, it's definitely better. It's a lot more natural. It's less harsh, and you know, it tastes pretty good. And it's got some, you know, some good properties as well, like caffeine and whatnot. So certainly not a bad replacement. A lot of people switch out coffee for tea. All right, let's kill these guys, lower the army, and then we'll do a couple policies. All right, there's that stack whip. If that was not a stack whip, I was about to lose my mind. All right, down you go. Thanks for your service. We're also going to now reduce the maintenance. And okay, we've crossed over the thing there. Let's continue our policy review. Okay, up here, what do we have? Elephants being sold, but that's basically it. Any other goods we can set up here? Okay, we can get a livestock surplus over here. Well, assuming we can find the slaves for it. Let's see if we can. I believe we can perhaps just about squeeze another livestock out of here. We don't have a lot to work with here. Just barely, just the barest of margins we're getting the livestock. I don't think we can even get the vegetable surplus set up here. Actually, we don't have a farm here. Is vegetables cheaper? Yeah, I'd prefer grain over vegetables. The salt? No, salt's not a mining resource in this mod. Grain is though. Let me get a grain farm going over here. That'd be 12 with. Yeah, that's still probably worth it. Let's get a grain farm going here. And then search the ends of the Republic for more slaves to bring in. Even though we're running this insane 66% slave population, I'm still just scrounging the nation for more slaves. Just, you thought my PI surplus was low. I'm running out of exploited people to fill my mines and my farms with. All right, the things I do for the commerce economy. Let me now preempt it. Well, hold on. Before I do, I guess I am still running assimilation up here, and I should keep running it up here. But I should still make these investments, even if I'm not switching it over to the commerce modifier quite yet. All right, let me see if there's anybody around here I can bring in. I guess I can bring them over from the other vegetable spot for now. I'm not going to fill it up for quite a while, so this is probably a good idea. And that's basically it for now. We do need 3 more. Let me bring in from Timbuktu into Esakane. What do we need here? I can bring in 1 slave over, barely. It's pushing it, but I can. I'm bringing a bozo over. That's it, actually. All right, well, let's bring that bozo up here. Okay. Anyone else? Anybody? Oh, here we go. We got some slaves over here we can bring over fairly. Bring bozos over. That's 2. And that'll be the 2 we need over here. Look at that. Bringing in bozos too. Look at that. Perfect. That is the min-maxer. I'm in like a head tapping mood today. I'm just tapping that noggin. I mean, I can't stop. I just can't stop with this activity. All right, here we go. That is the 12. Yeah, there'll be a 12 once we use that. Okay, perfect. Oh wait, I only need 10? I thought it said 12 earlier. I think I made something changed. It said 12. Oh, whatever, it's fine. I'm not sure. I'm fairly sure it said 17 before, so I thought it'd be 12 without. I don't know. It's fine. I'll have more slaves up here, which is not a bad thing. Okay, over here, this place here could become a grain farm, but there might also be other options around here. Not really, but there are a lot of slaves over here. Let me set up a grain farm over here. And then also let me make sure over here, promotion is disallowed. Let me make sure I actually didn't miss this. I did miss it earlier. Good thing I checked. All right, over here, promotion is disallowed. All right. It's one of those Igamu Banu spots. All right, that's fine. Benny Buffat, I can move people in. I think I will. Let's assume I'll need 12 and just go from there. There we go. Alright, and then... Incidentally, this place here... Honestly, maybe I switch this over to... No, hold on, let's not be hasty here. This place needs to continue working on, I think, assimilation first. Definitely assimilation first. Get going on that. Okay, you're just going to have to deal. I got my stability increasing. I'm sure you can weather it out. This is a bit more close, but I think I will do some of that. Hold on before I say that. Base metals? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Problem spotted. I can bring one more in. Bakunu, there we go. That's one more base metal for basically free. Well, for a little bit of gold. And then we're at the grain spots. No farm and no farm. Lots of slaves, though. This place has a farm, but not enough slaves. Okay, this entire province I can turn into a commerce center in just a few seconds here. Well, a few minutes, more likely. But this kind of micro is going to really pay off in the long run once our commerce economy is fully up and running, because we're going to start taking full advantage of all this land we spent all this time and money conquering and, you know, and all that stuff. So, okay, let's get to it. So first of all, Lanba does not need all these slaves. They can come over here. Need 12 with the farm. There we go. That's one. These places here need farms, and then they need the slaves after that. So let's build the farm, and then we'll get the remaining, will be 4 slaves moved in. Also, disallow. I'm going to disallow preemptively. Alright, Diata does not need any of these people. Actually, hold on, does it? Where's Diata? Yeah, it's up here. It does not need any of these people. I was right the first time. Alright, that's 12. That's all my money for now. But in terms of my PI, which I do have some, this needs to continue doing conversion. Also, let's do a quick health check on my Joloff governor. Let's see. Perfect health. Alright, look at that. He's sticking it out fairly well. Glad to see. I could give him a cognomen. This guy actually would be kind of a good, well, kind of an interesting oddcon with his 0 charisma. But he's really good on martial, really, really good on finesse. He's okay at zeal, terrible at charisma. But I wouldn't be that, I mean, he is wrong religion, which is a bit of an issue for him being the oddcon. That could cause problems, but he'd be an interesting candidate if he were to become the oddcon. Can I force him? No, he's zealous. I can never force him. Alright, well, hopefully... He's also friends with the rival of my current Otacon, which is a little awkward, but... Does this affect his loyalty? It probably does a little bit. Friend of rival of ruler +8? Is that right? Wouldn't it be -8? Okay, if that's a mistake, I'm not too upset, because that's actually a good mistake for me. But apparently he's more loyal because he's friends of the ruler's rival. I think that would cause him to be disloyal. Okay, sure, whatever. As long as his health stays where it is, that's what I care about. So that we don't have to do all this micro again. Please, I've done that enough. I've been through enough with this. Okay, over here in Gen A, I think it may make sense to do a little bit of micro over here. Never mind, I can't. Next month we'll do some more micro. And here come the trade requests from all these people. The revolt wants it. Nope. You're fine. You're too close. You're too close. I'll trade with you. Trade my base metals away. Base metals are selling for a crazy amount, by the way. I'm glad I'm investing so much into them. Let's see if we can hit 40 with these new trade deals. I think we probably can. War exhaustion's back down to 0 in just a sec here. Now it is. Perfect. Alright. Back to it. Alright, so this place here, I think should be... Okay, 83% bozos. Close enough. Is the religious diversity... Is it everywhere? It basically is. Okay. Let me throw this on to conversion for like a little while. And then once every spot does one round of conversions, which will be fairly soon. Yeah. So maybe at the end of the year I check back in on Gen A, because this place could make me some yeah, this is a big gold exporter. You got gold, horses, base metals. It's really all you need in life, you know? You got your steed, you got your iron, and you got your gold. That's the lifestyle right there. But yeah, I'm just on one today. I don't know what's going on. I'm just out of control. Whatever, I'm having fun. That's what matters, you know, at the end of the day. Alright, let's continue. Sometimes with these campaigns, especially late into a campaign like this, we're only episode 14, but these are long episodes. They're, you know, 2 to 3 hour episodes on average, and there's a lot going on. So kind of a big commitment for me to do these recording sessions. So even with a weekly release schedule, this is I'm feeling like this is fairly far into the campaign. I think the best way to fight against any sort of fatigue is to try to have fun with it. You know, like ultimately, this is a video game. We're all here to have fun, right? And, you know, you're all here this deep into the campaign because you enjoy watching my commentary, watching my strategy, and just embracing that and not trying to be, like, ultra super duper min-maxy all the time when it isn't as fun, you know, or when it isn't, like, as interesting, can be, I think, a good call to make. Because ultimately a campaign with mistakes and micro-mistakes being made that is fun and engaging for me will always last longer than a campaign where I, like, spend, you know, 5 minutes every, like, in-game month thinking about every single action I take and being as completely min-maxy as possible every single time, you know? I have to really balance this to ensure the longevity of the campaign. I think I will need to attend to Bundu. It's not healing soon enough. I think I will have to switch it over to, harsh treatment. Yeah, I don't want to lock myself out of this province for too much longer. Let's go ahead and switch it over to harsh treatment. This will clean things up. It'll continue to get better as our stability improves as well. There's a lot of slaves in there that I like to shift over to mines, so my priorities are not exactly humane, but what did you expect in this campaign? Liberation. Speaking of slaves, the Council of Timbuktu has taken it upon themselves to free a sizable quantity of privately owned slaves. We could intervene if we think it best. Letting slaves get too comfortable could have repercussions. I think having these two pops becoming freemen is... Ooh. That being said, okay, 5 corruption with about 3 years and a little bit left, I'm not really on board with. Popularity is not that big of a deal. That being said, again, are these in Timbuktu the territory? It seems like they would be. I mean, the pop promotion in this tile should be quite high. Yeah, it's extremely high. This is not a very efficient promotion, and although I would in general prefer 2 freemen over 2 slaves in the Timbuktu tile, I kind of think this amount of money is enough that it actually is over the line where I would actually go for this option. And the corruption on Gumasita isn't like a huge deal. This is basically another farm, which ironically will need slaves to work. I think I'm going to go for this. How would our governor manage without slaves? Let me actually let one more tick go by. Okay, speaking of farms, let me continue building them. Where was I before? The farm. Oh, it was over here. Yeah, this place here. Let me get the farm going. And then let us... do we have any more slaves around here? We actually do. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Going to need 12, I think. Really pushing it. I can... let me pull from the vegetable spot for now. This place here is probably... Okay, it has all the slaves it needs. I can't lose any more. Just need 1 more from somewhere. This place here actually needs 4 slaves, then we get a vegetable copy. This Bakunu province is like a breadbasket. This is a lot of food resources. We got... Hold on, let's do a quick food check. We got double vegetables. We got double wild game. We got triple grain. Like, this place... This isn't exactly like a super fertile area from the terrain, but the actual resources here are kind of crazy. Like, this is a very, very high food value province, which is interesting to realize. Alright, Diara can always lose a slave or two. Speaking of which, over here, we need 4 more. And Dialara can lose 1. Huh? Oh yeah, they can lose 1. Actually, I'd rather just lose it from here where it doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. And then, with my remaining money, let's look for more building spots here. We got all of our... Hold on. You... Oh, you only did that. Okay, never mind. Spoke too soon. I should probably do some more stuff over here, honestly. This is yeah, stone mine here. We have a provincial legation here. How long has this been here? Okay, this should be a mine. How much is stone selling for? Okay, actually not that much. We'll compare it to vegetables, though. More than vegetables. Fish? Fish is still less than stone. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Here we go. Chance for extra resources spotted. There we go. Okay, and then I think I will build the swamp vegetable farm. Delicious. Let's just get it going. Build the mine later as well. I'm really taking full advantage of all the build cost reduction I have right now. Look at the Republic here. Buildings all over the place. That's what we like to see. All right, Serenica wants my vegetables. Sure. I will trade them to you. Okay, seemingly no road construction anywhere that I can see. Okay. I don't really like it when the AI builds roads. I can't do much about it, though. You know, it's like... I've tried before to mod the game to prevent the AI from building roads. I haven't been able to figure out how to do it yet, though. Maybe at some point I'll figure it out. Alright, let's keep at it with the policy changes. Over here, this place here can... let's see... It's actually pretty solid on that stuff. What do we have exported? We have some gold being exported. Let me kind of let me optimistically put this on to encourage trade. So what are we at right now? 38.10. 38.29. Okay, well it's gonna get better from there. And then do we have any more resource? Okay, we do have the gold obviously coming out. There are a lot of slaves here. This can be a farm. This actually should be a farm first. Actually, already is a farm, and it already has our guys here. I should actually start to colonize this province out, because I already have a presence here. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I'll do that later, though. I'm just not really in a slave micro mood for colonization. So we'll come back to that later. There's no, like, crazy good resources out here. I also want to save my money for more construction projects. I certainly have plenty of things I can spend money on building buildings, and I have all those bonuses for it right now. We're about to get 4 more copies of resources here momentarily. Speaking of which, there are all of the mines and the farms. Here come the requests. Trade with Mostia, sure. Trade with Frentania, who's in this game still. Alright. Okay. We're up to 40 gold. I told you we get to 40 in this episode. Very good. That's with increased wages, by the way, so this is a really, really strong 40 gold economy here. Manpower max is up to 9.4k. Wow. Okay. That's what I like to see. Things are looking good. And as this improves, this will get even better. Support's still not great, but I'm working on it. Yeah. Alright, let me do some more policy micro. Okay, so out here all looks pretty good. This I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, further out here, what do we have here? This is safe to change, and I will change it over to conversion. As our stability cleans back up, we can now start to shift things back off of the population management stuff. And that'll be that for now. These guys are getting there. Citizens euphoric. The patriotic citizens in Timbuktu are ecstatic at our benevolent rule. I'm glad they don't... actually, that's Houndu. I'm getting them mixed up. And Timbuktu watched their neighbors in Houndu be ravaged by barbarian assaults while my army stood in Timbuktu awkwardly getting ready. Anyways, in honor of our majesty, they have kindly raised a rather pitiful sum of gold, hoping to procure some political favor. We simply haven't the heart to tell them their gift was a trifle. Okay, this event always understates it. Let's see what they actually are offering us. That is not a rather pitiful sum of gold. Also, 2 popularity for Yamazita. Pretty good. 161. That is more building construction, so let's get back to it. Got more resources we can min-max. Alright. So, where do we have farms already? We already have a vegetable farm here. And one over here. What about the grain spots? We already have the grain. This needs 12 slaves. Let me fix this up here. Move 2 in from nearby. That's 1 more grain to sell. And then, let's see. Let me build... See, this already has a farm. Let me build a farm here. And then set this farm up. So we're going to... Actually, this one already has... Already set that up. I was thinking about the vegetables. This vegetable spot here already has a farm. Actually, they both do. And they both need more micro. Okay, let's do that now. This needs 4 more. And it needs to be... Let me actually... This whole province is another crazy breadbasket as well. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, okay. Alright, now let's do this. Kifa. Salt is not a... It's not, okay. Didn't think so. There we go. And then let me actually move a bunch of other slaves in here to then move over here. We need 12. So we actually need 7 over here. Zero. Not zero. Embut. That's right. Okay, we now need to get 3 more again. There we go. That's 2 more vegetables, and then let's set the grain up preemptively as well. That's going to be 12. Bema does not need all these slaves. There we go. Alright, that will be that. Alright, people, I've got vegetables for sale. Here we go. Alright, we got the Gauls wanting my vegetables, and Egypt wants my vegetables too. Thanks, Egypt. I don't know why I said that ironically. I actually am appreciative of Egypt for their vegetable purchasing ways. Love that. A few more gold sales and I can actually reach 45 in this episode, potentially. Let's not push ourselves here. We're mostly focusing on farming infrastructure, but for what it's worth, if we do eventually have any food problems, we're going to have more than enough food resources to keep things under control. We are in very good shape, all things considered. I kind of wish that this had the food rebalancing from Invictus. It actually might. I may have overlooked it, but it doesn't feel like it does. Food situation here is very, very good. Speaking of which, Civic advances plus 1% pop capacity and plus 1% global monthly food modifier and 1 free innovation. Very nice. Okay, so I think we want to go ahead and do what I said earlier and make our way over here. So let's go ahead and grab Shady Connections. Assassinate cost minus 20%. Establishing connections with the shady guilds and colleges willing to do wet work for the right price is a sad but necessary state of affairs. All right. And then we'll be able to get espionage next time. Okay, let's also continue our micro. All right, so further out here, up here in Tagant, this place here looks ready to switch onto conversion, just about. And then, let's see, we have a farm that needs a few more slaves. Specifically, it needs 3 more slaves. That's why I'm checking everywhere. There is one more copy of grain for sale. This could be a stone mine, and I think I should... We already have livestock here. Oh, hold on, no. I just said that, and that wasn't true. I just lied. Also, hold on, wait. Yeah, let me catch that. Let's build the mine. And then move in all these random slaves that don't need to be in these other spots. Gonna need 3 more. There we go. Perfect. That's all of our money for now. The initial investments were more immediate with their returns, but these sort of further out here investments will strengthen our western territories, which are definitely have more room to grow because we've had them for less time. Are there any resources out here that I've like overlooked that are really, really good? Not really. Yeah, nothing too crazy out in the desert. No, like desert gold or anything. Okay, continuing with it. Alright, Sila, this place here is still kind of struggling. I think I may... This place is really, really valuable, though. Oh, if I could just get loyalty here somehow, and then run the commerce bonus, that would be super, super strong. This place is selling... This is like a commerce, like look at this. First of all, the commerce number, or the overall like value number is 6.66, so very devilish. This is actually competitive with some of my best. In fact, I think it might be my second best territory. Can I measure by that? I don't think actually I can, just in a weird way. Yeah, 6.66. Okay, Kura is a little better, but it's very close. And Kura I've had for most of the game. So, yeah, Sila is a power province for the commerce economy with all of its mineral resources. This whole place is filled with gold and base metals. Just so much going on. It's just it's so barely loyal, though. It's really, really struggling. It's because of all the slaves here, so they're upset. Let's see. Harsh treatment would clean things up faster, and it would have, it would make the economy here a little better because it would affect the happiness. Well, that's not true. The happiness is helpful for the other pop types. This would clean it up. I mean, how long can I run this? Like, this is with local autonomy, so I think I probably need to run harsh treatment here and then cycle back to encourage trade later. Or what I do is, I can't import anything, I have no trade routes here. Let me get a sense of what's going on in this province here. We can actually get one more, you know what, alright, well, let me just do this actually. I don't have any slaves around here I can work with. Yeah, I need to wait for this area here to clean up. Okay, let's be realistic here. Let me run harsh treatment to clean this province up loyalty-wise. This would be a great spot, by the way, for a granary raid. Can we do a false flag granary raid to get loyalty here? Because if I can boost up the provincial loyalty, I could then switch this onto encourage trade, and that'd be like insane dividends. Like this basically didn't change the commerce very much at all, but this will clean up the loyalty. Yeah, very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Alright, let's keep it going. Still looks like Baki Swati will be coming in. Perfect health. Great. Glad to see it. It's also the brother of Labadeva, who's now in poor health. Like, I don't want him to die, just, you know, I'm not trying to be mean, but he's just caused so many problems as the co-ruler. He used to be a pretty promising, sort of, not like a minor character, but like a less important noble character. But his co-ruler shenanigans have just gotten on my nerves. Really lost patience with this guy. Do you like the CK2 music in the background? I think that's the CK2 soundtrack. Anything that involves, like chanting is probably CK2 soundtrack. CK3 as well has a lot of chanting in its soundtrack as well. But that sounds like a CK2 song to me. I played CK2 so much. I should know. I should know by now. And yet, it seems like I never quite do. Okay, this place is actually barely holding on to. Yeah, we gotta start doing a lot of cleaning around here. Like, even with more stability, this place does need to get fixed up. I do not want to deal with more disloyal provinces. Zholov is such a potentially, like, super, super valuable region for me. I need to pay attention to it and really give it its due. I guess I can do some building micro over here while I'm thinking about it. We got some grain spots and vegetables. Okay. Ooh, hold on. We need just 2 slaves here. Oh, this is actually disloyal. I actually didn't notice that. Okay, we definitely need it to be on this then. Okay. Right. Good thing I realized. Okay. Well, guess we'll wait at that point. Okay. What's my Divine Sacrifice's cooldown? August, so basically start of, or early part of next episode. Okay. Alright, this place up here, switching it straight over to harsh treatment. We're getting there. A few more months, then we can start building here because it'll be above 33. This will save our money for now. Doesn't hurt to save our money for next episode as well. I think I need to go to war to get more slaves. Like, I'm gonna run out of human chattel to work with around here. But what direction do I go? And okay, let's we're 2 years away. Let's do a quick claims check. I mean, I can also run, and I will do. I think I'll do this at the end of the episode, just so I don't forget about it. But I will do the War Council at the end of this episode, once we're on January 1st of 220 for, well, hopefully Baki Sawadi's first day. We'll see where that gives us a claim. The problem is I don't really have, like, I guess the Khitan Revolt I don't have any relationship with, or Bamako. I guess expanding into Jene is not the worst idea. I do want to expand this direction, and this would be easier than dealing with all the tributaries I currently have. I'd have to wait for the truce to end, or have to fight through a truce break, which is obviously not good for stability. So this revolt has been going on so long that they should just become actual Kita. The Kita should be the revolt, but, you know, whatever, like... Wait, wait a minute. Wait, I just noticed. Huh? The Khitan Revolt is in an alliance with Kita. Talk about forgetting about your origins. Like, what is this? Yeah, there's some class betrayal right here. So the revolts. So I guess I am kind of right that the Khitan Revolt is basically an independent country now. I was kind of wondering why this revolt was taking so long. It's because they inexplicably just agreed to like not be at war with their home country and just call it a peace. Okay, well that actually does make it a little bit easier, because I don't like attacking into revolts because they can be like annexed mid-war and cause weird problems as happened in previous campaigns. But this is actually making it look more like fair game to me. So, okay. I'm fairly sure all of my claims are on people that are currently my, like, tributaries. I think I looked at this a few episodes ago. Yeah, in fact, I can just look and see, like, the people I border who are not my tributaries, I don't have any claims on. Yeah. So, here's the good and bad news. The news, really, is that this entire area has, smartly, for the AI's credit, leagued up. They're all in this big league together, which means this would be like kind of a larger scale war with a lot going on. Perfect after a couple really hardcore episodes of economic min-maxing. Now, the incoming Otacon who we expect is not like a military genius, so maybe it makes sense to wait one more cycle. And the Trads won't like me going to war, but they also will like Baki Sawadi, because the Trads seem to have the most sensitivity to having their character be the Otacon, and it's their literal, like, faction leader. So, I mean, it might not be the worst time ever. I mean, he's more martial than Gumasita. And it really, like, in a situation like this, it's the sheer numbers of my levy that wins, not the marshal of Baki Sawadi himself. Plus, I'm nearing my manpower max. This is a good time to go to war. So, the question's going to be, will the Senatorial War Council give me a claim over here, or do I start fabricating a claim now, because I don't have a claim otherwise? I think I probably want to fabricate a claim just to be safe, because the War Council, I'm fairly sure they can give you a claim on someone you have a claim on already. I'm fairly sure that's happened to me before. I also border just so many different tags that it's very unpredictable who it could target. And if it targets one of my, like, tributaries, it doesn't really, like, help me at all. Now, if it doesn't target someone I have a claim on already, it actually means it couldn't be a tributary. I have claims on all of my tributaries. So then it becomes just someone who I don't want to target. But just because I don't trust this game to have this this be what happens, I'm going to... Because also, like, even if it could be either one, it's probably going to just pick someone that's not helpful for me. So I'm going to fabricate a claim myself, honestly, just to be thorough. It does cost some tyranny because I'm below that support limit, so let me see if I can clean that up before I spend the PI. But let me save PI now. Actually, let me first spend PI on getting this over to harsh treatment, and then from there we'll save PI, because that'll be the end of my policy cleanup process. To prepare for a war in the next episode against this defensive league, to conquer our way further into Gen A, which is, of course, not what our mission's focused on. Although the Khitan Revolt does have a little bit of Mali territory, which I will happily grab. Also, Kita is... Actually, that's not technically in Mali, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we'll continue on like that. And then over here, go ahead and switch you on to harsh treatment. There we go. And with our stability about to be above 50, we're going to be in good shape to prepare for war here. Now we save our PI, as I often have to, and we go from there. This would be a great moment, by the way, for a little bit of... scheme influence events to pop up. Give us some PI to work with, because I would really like that, but I can't rely on that. It's RNG. We just proceed. I'm going to save my money for now, because I can't... Actually, I can... I think I can build over here now. Yes, I can build over here now, because these places are above 33. I guess I should spend the money while I am under a trad leader, or I mean an oligarch leader. So I'm going to build farms up here. Anything more interesting than that around here? This is a... Okay, we already have this here. Are you? Okay, you're not good. What about you? Okay, good. These would have been the first places I looked, so I'm glad I didn't overlook them. How much is fish selling for? Yeah, 0.2. Okay. Grain is the priority then. Oh, these? Yeah, okay, we're good. Alright, let's get our farms going. And then, with whoever we can reach, fill them up. Alright. Also, disallow. Need one more. And over here. That should be that. Perfect. Wait for more money, and we'll look at the, well, not really much to work with over here. Perhaps I just save my... I can also build over here, in fairness. Also, martial advance. plus 0.07 morale of armies and navies, and plus 2.50% Legion of Navy maintenance cost. Okay, I think I do want to grab espionage. I'm continuing to move my way down this direction. We're already looking fairly good. This is going to be next episode, actually, for the next round. That's good. 1 tech set per episode is a pretty good rate to be at. Okay, I'm going to grab espionage now. Forming a network of sympathetic minds in foreign nations makes it a lot easier to effect changes outside our borders, enables the espionage character interaction, and inspires loyalty cost minus 25%. Alright. Nice. Now, do we have a mine? We do. Okay. Not too much going on over here, to be honest. Livestock I could maybe do something with. Nothing too exciting. Alright. This place I still can interact with because it does not have the loyalty. I think I may just save my money from here. Having a big war chest going into the next episode is probably going to be wise. Plus I need to save my PI to then get the claim going. So we will see what awaits us here. Alright. Number 4 in the world, under Parava and Dravida, who have been in the top 2 spots. Oh, number 3 in the world, just while I was looking at it. I was about to say Pidna has been doing quite well because of their low starting divider, but we just became number 3 ranked in the world. We're in the big 3, it's official. I don't even need to say the quote, you're all thinking it. It's just big me, let's just leave it at that. But yeah, so we've got the Indian sort of empires over here who we're unlikely to compete with score-wise for quite a while. These guys have a lot of advantages, as nations in this part of the world often have had historically. Extremely high-quality land, tend to be fairly religiously uniform with huge populations, so it really makes a huge difference. And, you know, they've got some culture group diversity, but the density of the culture diversity is fairly, like, straightforward. In fairness, there is some religious diversity around the actual river, but either way, these empires are doing quite well. They're also, oh wow, Dravida is really doing quite well. This is like a player playing Dravida. What's with their, what is this country color, by the way? Got the Kermit country color. I've never seen this like light green color before. Or this is like a bright light, like a neon green color. I may check in the code to see what color code that is, because I may use it in hegemony. It's kind of cool. It's so distinctive. I love that I can just do that. Like, it's like Imperator modding has really improved my appreciation of this game, because, you know, as much as I complain about it and, you know, whine whenever things go badly or whatever, but like, this is ultimately a game I obviously really, really love and really value in my life, and have committed a lot of my free time to making content for, both in terms of YouTube, you know, for years now, as well as my mod project, which I consider to be very much like the thing that I want to be my big legacy as a member of the Imperator community. Because ultimately, you know, my YouTube content, obviously, you hear, you know, 30 hours or whatever in, or longer than that probably, with episode 14. You all are clearly Misadventurer fans. It goes without saying if you're at this point in the series watching me say this. But I want my mod project and other mod projects I do in the future to have the ability to really bring an experience to people who may not even really care about my YouTube content, and, you know, just enjoy Imperator and like the aspects of it that my mod focuses on. So I know that I talk about hegemony quite a bit in these videos, and maybe if you're not interested in that side of my content, it's kind of annoying, but in fairness, a lot of these campaigns are a lot of downtime, right? And at the moment, I have things I could spend money and PI on, but I'm trying to save it all. So I basically am just finding something to talk about that is interesting to me, and that is, you know, hopefully interesting to all of you. But I really hope that hegemony is able to continue evolving to be the best version of what it could be for the community. And oddly, that also, this guy is now suddenly loyal again. Okay, sure. I think he got over the xenophobia thing. All right, I think I will go ahead and claim the Khitan Revolt, who probably has the best territory for me to target. Let's see. Let's see here. I probably do want to target Mema, because that's going to be very easy to grab. Now, if this moves my capital, it shouldn't because of the population in Endebugu so high, but if Endebugu loses its capital status, I'm going to leap into the 5th dimension. I'm not going to explain how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it, because I'll be so mad. That's a new level of rage. Like, you've seen people flip through keyboards. You've yet to see metaphysical defying acts of anger at game events. Province of Mema. Let's stop yapping and start fabricating. That's early next episode. Wow, that's a quick claim fabrication. All right, I'm on board. I'm all for it. Let's save up our money for now in case we need mercs. This shouldn't need mercs, but we'll see. I've been surprised by the need for mercs before, and against all these tags, mercs on their side is very, very likely. So, in fact, I may actually arrange my army preemptively. That might be a good idea. April 1st is fairly quick for everyone to get here. I think what I'll do is middle of next year, I'll start raising armies from further away and sending them in, like just the little stacks. We need everybody, all hands on deck for this war. This is going to be a big ordeal right here. Also, I'll save my PI and money from now. So yeah. Okay. War of Expansion in the Timbuktu campaign at this phase of it. Say it ain't so. Hard to believe, but we're doing conquering people. Grantor is raided in Gene. Okay, you had the right idea, but you went to the wrong spot. But you know what? I will take free loyalty in Gene. All right, we've seen. I'm not going to read this one. We've seen this before. I think I'm just going to pay for this myself. I want to get 10 loyalty on this guy here. He's 51, so he's not dying super soon. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. He is dying super soon. Okay. In that case, I guess he can pay for it. Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt me later. But we're about to expand his territory, so he can't be that mad. He will. He'll be rewarded in a roundabout sense in the future. Or up above 51 stability. Things are looking very good on that. Tyranny is looking good. Senate support as well. Love to see it. Good things all around. Maki Suwari is set in stone more or less. Happy with that. A scientific breakthrough. One of our researchers, Semu Asakia, which is I think our martial researcher, yeah, thinks he's just about to make a notable scientific breakthrough in the research he is currently working on. All that is needed is some supplies and funds for the next couple of years. To be able to get his hands on some of these, he's personally asked our Archon Gumasita Sankara if he can be given access to them. The rest of our researchers would certainly suffer if we make this move, but is it worth it? I don't think so. I don't tend to think this modifier is worthwhile. 85% advance with the speed of our advances, because the advance is like within the bar, right? And basically these events are exponentially stronger the lower your research is, because the time to get through one advance is so much longer. With our research speed, this would be a critical blunder to get this. I could just lose loyalty, or I can actually just gain advance for free, which I think is probably actually not just probably, it is the best option for sure, because I am intelligent. There are no funds to set aside, but Gumasita thinks he knows the solution. Just some free advance right there. Love that for me. Okay. More commerce economy is imminent as well. Very good. Right. Let's go to speed 4 at this stage. So Had Occidentalis is now providing a levy somehow. I don't know how they're doing that, but they are just about pulling that off. I like all these horse levies because they provide some nice mobile sort of scout units I can work with. It's kind of nice to get that kind of levy. Let me start getting them raised now. No need to push things super far towards it. Let's be Yeah, I always forget how far east Jolof actually goes. It goes to the middle of my, like, my land is, or my republic is genuinely Ghana and Jolof, and then little bits of Jene, little bits of Songhay, and in fairness, most of Sahara Occidentalis, though it's not like a normal region. So, yeah, like Jolof is genuinely like a huge part of my land. All right. Speaking of which, where's that line? I was just looking at it. It's over here. That's right. Raise them in Lanba. All right, you guys can come on down. Where's going to be the gathering point? Probably. I think I probably power into Kita first with everybody. That's the way I do it. And then these guys up here. Come on down to here as well. It's going to take them a second. And then Songhay can get moving as well. This will be the fastest route from here. Alright, where is everybody else who's more substantial, a bit closer to the war? Oh, here we go, a minor addendum. Layla Sawagan the Axe, who is currently my censor, has suggested a small addendum to an often referenced law pertaining to the rights of the common folk. It should only be a small effort to push this through the assembly. Yes, I will happily trade 10 PI for 6 stability. Thanks, Layla. Appreciate it. Alright, just like that, we have good stability. Look at that. Hard to believe, but we've managed to pull it off somehow. Alright, Aims of Trads realized... Oh, yeah, I totally forgot that they wanted that. I thought it was impossible. Look at me doubting myself and then proving myself wrong. That's cool. Partisans of the traditionalists are practically falling over each other to congratulate Adakon Gumasita for defending their interests in the Assembly of Timbuktu, ensuring the concerns the conservatives were addressed will help to win their support in future disputes. All right. Didn't even realize that would happen, but nice little reward for myself for sticking through it. Here come the boys. More boys are imminent. I mean, I do have to wait for April 1st. I think what I'll probably do is raise after the yearly tick for these forces that are so close by. These would just take like a couple months. So I was jumping the gun a little bit, but I still have it on low maintenance, so it's not really that big of a loss. Very, very, very minor economic loss with these distant regions that don't have a strong levy presence. There's that mine that's finished. It's more stone to sell. I think I've just run out of people who can trade with me. Like, I genuinely, like, no one else who needs resources can reach me, so my commerce economy is, like, kind of at a soft cap right now. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, hold on. I spoke too soon. Here comes some Celts for the stone. These guys, oddly think stone from me is what they need right now, but I will not question their needs in front of them, only in private when they're not listening. Alright. But 6 more months. Actually, well, yeah, 6 more months from August is technically... No, 4 months from August. That's how time works. That's how numbers works. I told you numbers working would be a recurring... Actually, I didn't say that, but you should know that how numbers works would be a recurring topic in the thing. Oh, okay, let's... I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping aimlessly now. What did I lose? I think I lost double stone, ironically, because I just sold off some stone. That is what I lost. Okay, actually no, that's not true. I have local stone. What did I lose then? Was it double glass? I don't think I had double glass going. I have double earthenware. I have double gold. I can easily get double gold if I don't have it. I don't know what I lost. Double olives, double spice. I have double fish. I mean, I guess I could get double horse. I don't think I really need that. I should go for double cloth, or I should get cloth. In fact, let me cancel the pop output, though. Actually, more pop output here wouldn't be terrible, although pop output doesn't really affect the commerce value, so I think double cloth for the value is a bit better than double horse. Let me do that. Double wild game? No, double cloth. Let's trade with Media for that. I do think that's probably better. All right, here we go. Any surprises? Nope, no October surprises this time around, thankfully. All right. Things are looking pretty good. A feast for Shinyunbu. This is my governor of Zholof. The residents of Bakunu are holding a celebration in honor of their much-loved governor, Shinyubu Nalirigu, renowned for his beneficence, tolerance, common sense, and hopefully long health. It's nice to see our proof candidate valid in such a way. Bakunu gains a big bonus. Let's take a look and see. Where is Bakunu? Yeah, it's right here, yeah. Okay, so Bakunu could gain 2 years of lots and lots and lots of happiness, which in this province certainly wouldn't be bad. And the governor gets some bonuses, and he gets kindly, which I don't remember what that does. Or I could do this and lose loyalty for 10 gold, which is absurdly not good. So let's grab on with the celebrations. What is kindly giving him? Increases his Democrat conviction a bit more. He's already weirdly a Democrat despite having much more trad conviction, so not much else of note, so I guess that's fine. Alright. Here we go. Whew. Here comes the election. Yes, I know. Baki Suwadi coming in with 5868. Still healthy. He is depressed, which isn't ideal, but he is still healthy. I could give him a cognomen here at the last moment. Don't think I need to. I guess I could, though, for popularity. I think I'm going to do this, actually. I'm going to give him a last moment cognomen to boost his popularity as he's coming in. Baki Suwadi the Axe. Okay, we have a second axe. We're dual-wielding axes in this campaign already. I kind of wish I gave him a different cognomen that was not in use currently, but I guess Layla's not been the... has she been a co-Otacon? I don't think she's been an Otacon before. Maybe she has. I don't remember. I've had a couple Otacons with cognomens. So, either way, this for sure secures his entry, because that boosts his popularity, just in case there's any last-minute shenanigans. I guess that does help. And here he comes, Baki Suwadi, the Axe, governor of Songhai. He is going to ask the people of Zhene a question. And the question is, how would you like to be part of the Timbuktu Republic? And the answer that you can give is yes, and you can't give any other answer or he will kill you. Anyways, that is his. That's actually the script from his new Super PAC campaign ad to be played in Zhene territories. Hopefully they like it. Baki Suwadi the Axe was elected to office. They'll now rule our glorious nation. 5868 Traz and control Omen power plus 10%. And they want to do conversion. Okay. We also had a stability drop. That's fine. And because I said I would do it, I'm going to do it now so I don't forget. Let's grab Senatorial War Council and see who we get. The Senate assembles. I guess I could have done this at the start of the next episode after switching out all my officers, but it's fine. Many long hours have passed since the Senate Hall closed for the day, yet 4 figures still sit, animated in intense discussion over matters of future conquest. Tarifa, a senator known for their great speeches. This is my Democrat Party leader. Gumasita, a senator known for their mercantile interests, our former Otacon and Oligarch Party leader. And Wagwe, a senator with few achievements to their name. This is a random trad character because he is the... Baki Suwadi is the trad leader. Each argue for their own chosen course of action. Okay, so incidentally, Gumasita Sankata already has severe loyalty problems, and he has enormous super duper power base, so I probably need to do what he wants, but we'll come back to this later. Barbed insults begin to fly as our advisors feign and deflect with consummate skill, each showing their prowess in political discourse. Ultimately, no compromise can be made, and we are left with 3 distinct directions. Tarifa is for war with Bamako. Okay, there's one way in. Gumasita is for war with ODN. There's another way in. Where Wagwe advocates a territorial war with San. There's our other way in. So, as it turns out, this claim fabrication was a little unnecessary, as I actually have 3 different ways that are all not the Khitan Revolt into this defensive league. Okay, so that's a bit of a shame. In fairness, so it does seem as though this event is not targeting targets that I have claims on already, which I guess I probably could have remembered if I thought about it longer, but it'd be extremely unlikely for it to pick 3 non-pre-claimed targets by chance without it being a requirement for it to be a target. So I do think that the claim fabrication was a reasonable, overcautious investment, so we can get another claim now. I think probably the way to do this is, because we're unlikely to conquer all of this at the same time, I think we probably are most likely to leave San as the person we're not taking territory in, because we're going to be expanding, obviously, into like the Taban area and into Dhaka Jalan, maybe into Darula, and getting... Let's see, is there any of Jenny I don't have? No. But San is like the furthest away, which means that we're the likeliest to then want to fight them later, is what I'm getting at. So I think we go for what this guy wants, which is the least useful of the choices. But ultimately, we can deal with Gumasita in other ways later. Let's go for the San claim, because I think I'm likely to fully annex Kita, the Khitan Revolt, and probably fully annex... I mean, maybe I target Odien. That's what this guy wants, which is probably the best like option to go for. It is a little deceptive. It's only for 60 months, although that is 5 years, which is the duration of next episode. So, he could die in 5 years. Here's the question. Am I going to be fully annexing... Well, I guess here's the way to phrase it. Will Odien... Yeah, I guess here's the thing, right? Like, we're likely to leave at least one of these tags around, and I think it's either San or Odien. I think I can fully annex Bamako. Well, hold on. Do I want to? I definitely want to get Mema. And then I want to get the stuff over here that's in the other region in Mali. And then how much do I actually want? I think I want to fully kill Kita and the Khitan Revolt, and I think I also want to fully get Bamako. And then from there, maybe I take part of Odien. Not entirely sure. Let me go for the Odien option. I think it's certainly possible Odien survives this war in some form or another, and then their defensive league with San maybe gets me another way into fighting San. I think I just want the loyalty on Gumasita here. That being said, I think San is the likeliest... I'm putting a lot of thought into this. I think San is the likeliest to survive the war because I'm going to be focusing over in the west. So the San location, I feel like, is the best spot because San probably maintains the defensive league with whoever survives the war. Let me go for the San option. I'm going to really try to min-max this. We shall conquer San for the traditionalists. Okay. And with that big discussion out of the way, that's going to be it for this episode of the Timbuktu campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.